pot roast. Just chopping a few things up, throwing it in a pot, let it cook, let it do its thing, and then eat. I'm gonna start by chopping up 3 carrots. Just a simple chop. Also, I'm using my knife. You can get it, link in my bio, to get these nice smooth chops. Throw this in a bowl. Some celery, we got like 6 here. Give these a nice little chop. Throw these in the bowl. 1 yellow onion, quick little rough chop of the onions. Also going in the bowl. About 6 cloves of garlic. Use how much garlic you want. I'm just gonna mince it up. I have some rosemary and thyme and some butcher's twine, and we're just gonna wrap it up. For a cut of meat, it's gonna be beef chuck. This is about 4 pounds. This is just for Antoine and I. We don't need 4 pounds of meat. I'm gonna cut it in half, and we're just gonna use 2 pounds. I'm just gonna wrap this up, throw it in the freezer for when we want another one. I'm just gonna cut this just so I can fit it in my pot easier. I'm just gonna throw the meat in a bowl. You can also just keep it on the cutting board. And we're gonna season it. For seasoning, I'm using like a garlic and herb mixture. You can also just use salt, pepper, garlic powder, really whatever seasoning you want. I'm just gonna toss it all on there. And then make sure it gets on each side of the meat. Now in a pot, I'm gonna add some oil. Once the oil's all heated up, we're gonna sear our meat. And we're gonna sear each side of the meat. Once the meat's seared on all sides, we're gonna remove it. Add just a tiny bit more oil. I forgot to press record, I have to redo it. Add a spoonful of tomato paste. I don't really measure it. I just put it in there, and then whenever you're working with tomato paste, I always have to roast it. I let it roast for about like 2 minutes before I add anything into the pan. After 2 minutes, I'm gonna add the onion, celery, and carrot. Just gonna mix this all around. I'm not gonna add the garlic yet. I'm gonna let this cook for about 3 to 4 minutes, let the onions get translucent, and then I'll add the garlic. Now I'm gonna add my garlic, let this cook for about 2 minutes. Now I'm gonna add the red wine. I always use dark horse when I make like pot roast or short ribs. Not sponsored, it's just like my go-to cooking wine. So I'm gonna add half a bottle in here. Alcohol does cook out, so you just get the flavor, you don't get the actual alcohol intake. If you don't want alcohol, you could just substitute it for more beef stock. Before I add anything else, I like to reduce the wine down to about 50%. So we're just gonna let this simmer. So once the wine has reduced, we're gonna add our meat in, make it all snug and tight in there. We're gonna add our herbs, shove that down there. And now we're just gonna top it off with some beef stock. I just add enough to cover up the meat. All right, so about 32 ounces of beef stock. Now we turn this to low, let it simmer, and then I'll check up on it in 2 hours. In about 3 hours, I checked up on it on 2 hours and it wasn't quite ready yet, so I gave it another hour. You know it's done when you go and pick up a piece of meat and it just falls apart like that. I'm just gonna remove the herbs. I just have some garlic mashed potatoes, and we're just gonna serve it. Just put it right on top. Don't forget the flavorful juice and vegetables. Put that on top too. Put it all on top. And now we have a pot roast on a nice fall night. That's so good.
Hit the spot. Great fall dish.
That's so good.
Matches the weather. You know it's a little cool outside.
So I'm gonna eat this, take a shower, make cookies, watch a movie, go to bed. And you'll clean up. 20 out of 10.
20 out of 10.
小红书